Hello everyone, happy Sunday. I am kind of doing like a scrap with me type thing today. I'm going to be stretching out my 6x6 papers because a lot of you do love the 6x6 projects and we have so much of it, right? So I'm going to be taking my 6x6 papers and stretching it with my Temu supplies. Probably the only thing I'm not using that isn't Temu is like my little stamps here, but otherwise everything is just going to be Temu. And I'm just going to, because we never get to do that. Like you see me use them random, but why not just use a few things that I got? So this is just a fun, and these are really simple, obvious projects. But I'm just going to kind of show you like just some of the fun ways to make some of these items. And they just come out so lovely and nice and like vintagey. But you got little pockets and then more little pockets, and just like you can make this for like little embellishments and things like that. But I don't know, this is just kind of like I said, like a scrap with me type day and just stretching our papers. So there's a few ways you can do this. So I have about 3 papers here today that I'm going to be using, and some of these are super teeny, right? But you can also make it so it's not small. But let me just show you kind of what I'm doing here. So let's start with the like kind of itty bitty projects. And I do have my thing different today because I feel like this is more detailed and I don't need it overhead really. So for the itty bitty one, I'm just going to kind of score. You don't even have to do this. You could actually just cut your paper, but I want you to see what I'm doing here. So I'm doing 2 and 4 inches, right? And then we're just going to turn our paper and do it at the 3-inch score. And that's going to give us the 6 boxes. So this right here alone is going to really stretch our paper out because we can do so many different projects like this. We can cut these out. We can make little things here and there. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and cut mine in half. And you can use your cutter, but I'm just going to use this because I am right here with the scissors. And honestly, if I cut it with the cutter while I'm filming, it'll probably not be pretty. So let's just take one of these boxes out, I guess. And let's kind of just play with it. I don't know which one I'm doing yet. So I guess we can start with, sorry, I'm just trying to find this because this was really simple and fun to make. So I'm going to grab a little thing here because I'm going to be stamping quite a bit today, and just to get it out of my way. So this one was obviously simple, and I'm going to use this awesome, and if you didn't see my Temu supplies, this thing is awesome because you just really just put it in and it corner punches everything. And if you didn't see my other video, you can also like tuck things in. So if you have something a little smaller, you can tuck in things to make it kind of, you know, hold it as well. So I'm going to, oh my gosh, you know what I just did? I messed up already because I didn't put my picture on first. See how I cut my picture out? So let me just show you here, just because it's here, I want to show you that it fits. So if I was just holding it here, which that's not what I'm doing, I'm going to have to cut one more out now. You can like hold your little photos and things in that. So you see how I kind of did that? But anyway, I messed that up. So let me just cut out one more, and this is good for you to watch anyways, because I know a lot of you like to see my mistakes, so you don't do it. So this is actually stickers. I got these little packs, and they're a bunch of little stickers, and they have this awesome little feel to them too. So I'm going to peel that off right here and stick it right in the middle. Okay, it's not perfect, but it will do. Now I'm going to go ahead and corner punch this the way I was supposed to. And you can see, doesn't it just make it look so much more interesting than how it was before? Either way is fine. And for my ink today, I'm going to be using Vintage and the Walnut. So this one is the Vintage, and you could even corner around this if you want. But what I like about this one is I like to put it over that little piece there that we cut. And I think I have some walnut on there. Sorry, it's a little darker from my last project. So there is that, and that's just an easy like embellishment you could stick in your albums or whatever. Okay, so that's just kind of what I did with this one, and you could use that for so many different things. This one I'll have to figure something out for. Okay, and then we've got this other little sheet here, and this one's easy because this one we can do this, and that was just like a little mini book, so I can just fold that and fold this, and then we'll just kind of decorate it. But I mean, we already have 2 projects out of 1 sheet of paper, and if I didn't mess up that other one, we would have had more. And before you you can glue it down or staple it down, I'm just going to distress it a little bit. And I took the easy way. And again, I'm using all my Temu supplies. I'm just taking my stapler I got at Temu, the last thing. And if you have not seen this thing is so cool because you can open it and turn it so that you can get those papers the other way. It's pretty cool. But anyway, so my stapler is still considered Temu supply. And also what I got was these graph papers, and I'm using that a bit today too. So that's just basically what I did here is I'm cutting these little scraps. And I'm going to turn it the other way because I kind of want this side on the bottom. This one I did a little lower. And this one I did high, but I actually like how it's fitting right now. But before I do that, let me grab a stamp. So I used, these are from Temu too, my last haul. I believe I used this one. So I'm going to use I guess I'll use the vintage. And like I said, I really like working with the wood stamps because you kind of know what you're getting. But I do love my thing, so I'm just testing it there. Make sure I don't mess up. Which, you know, when I'm on camera, you never know. So I'm going to pop it on there. And it came out good. And I did mark my paper a little bit, but guess what? It doesn't matter because it's getting covered. So I lucked out. And this is actually a little too high. I did like the cut, but it's kind of covering the stem. So I'm going to just rip that off a little bit more. Let's see if we can kind of get the same thing. Okay, so that works. And what I had got in my last haul also is this pen, which is a little blue, and it's awesome. I used it for every project I did here. And you can see nothing's coming off, and I did this probably 2 days ago. So I'm going to pop that on there, and I'm going to just rub in this some more, ink it a bit more. And I feel like I used the walnut. Oopsie. Now you guys know why I have ink all over my hand, because I'm all over the place. Oh no, it got on my thing. That's okay. It looks like I did on purpose, right? And you can do the inside too. Just a lazy Sunday, but not really. I had went to Sam's earlier with my friend because we're going to have a Labor Day barbecue at the lake. We got a pavilion. It should be nice, and invited a bunch of families out there. So we got all the food and things, and people in Sam's are really rude. Has anyone noticed that? So here again is some of my supplies that I got from the Temu, and I'm just going to pick out a little sticker there to put on the bottom. These are so cool. I just love them. Oh, I like this one. 1910 is a bit older. Actually, I want it to be a little bit more walnut colored. Maybe this one. Yeah, I feel like that matches a little better. And then, of course, and these are awesome too, because I got these, and I know they look like papers, but I feel like I want to put this card back a little bit. You can see better. These are actually stickers. They look like papers, but they peel, so you can put them on little projects too. Is this gonna fit? No. Maybe this one. I think I put my stapler too far out. Oh no, it fits. Maybe it's a little too tall, but anyway, that is just kind of what I did with that. So let's see, I have one more little sheet left. It was actually supposed to be something else, but we were supposed to have this, okay? I ended up not having it because I messed up that paper. Oh, but we can do this one. So let's do, basically we're doing 3 projects out of 1 instead of 4 projects. So for here, I am using my 2 things. Now this is another punch that I got, and I just kind of corner rounded that with this. Oh, I nipped that one. I use the bottom because you don't want to use it the other way. You will mess up your paper. And the cool thing about this one, it has a little circle, and it's going to punch my circle perfectly on the corners, which is amazing because we know how it can be when you're trying to line a hole punch. I mean, unless it has the triple one, but when you're doing something like this, it's perfect. And you see how good it works? It's very smooth. Doesn't give me any issues running through it or anything. And I know I'm using the same brush for the ink, but I promise you guys, it's okay. I don't think it really messes up my papers or anything too much. I'm just not organized enough to have different stampers. Okay, so this color I'm using is going to be the T, and I got this in a set, but you see how nice that looks. And again, I use the, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like a faint just stamp, just to give it like a little bit of a vintage look. So I'm going to take this back in the T and kind of put it on there. And because it's vintage, I don't really care if I mess it up too much. I'll put it on here. Ooh, that one's a little more brighter than I expected it to be. We'll do that. That one's kind of loppy, but that's okay. And I have more labels too. So I have these 2 labels. I'm going to try and link my Temu thingy so that you guys can find it, because I do not know the name of any of this. If you want, you could just probably look up like junk journal pads or something, or stickers, and it might come up. And then there's that. That's just kind of how I did that. So that was about 3 projects out of 1 sheet, right? So let's do, these are simple. So I'm just going to take another 6x6 paper, and holy cow, my desk is a mess. This is making me, if it's making me dizzy, I imagine you guys are dizzy too. All right, so I'm going to, which way am I doing this? I'm going to fold my paper in half, and then we can get 2 pockets out of this. Ooh, this is going to be hard to see the line I'm cutting, so I'm going to do it on this side. This is very busy. I'm actually afraid to do this. Okay, so that's our 6x6 paper, and we're just taking it in 2, and basically I'm just going to make this little pocket with it, which is easy. And you can make the pocket either way. Like here, I'm just making, I made it like this. I meant to seal it, but I didn't. But you can do it this way, however you want. And I'm going to go back to my punches, but this time I'm going to use like the larger corner round and put that on. And then the fun part is I'm going to use some of my like scrap from this, and I'm going to use it for the tab. So I'm going to fold this and use my little tab punch that I got in my haul. And I'm going to punch a little tab punch here. It's kind of like whatever color comes on here is what I'm going to be using out of my mixture. But I like this tea color. It's pretty. And this one I did go a little darker. So just kind of ink that up too. I think I put too much on there. I should have wiped it. Here, maybe I can use the back and put that one in the back. And I'm just going to pop that on right here. And it's going to make that pretty little thing. And again, I use this to glue everything down. I am definitely getting a ton more of these. If you don't have it, you're going to love it. There's so much, it hasn't messed up. You know how sometimes the roly glues mess up? It has not done that at all yet. Hope I don't jinx it, but as of now, it's good. And it's forgivable. You see, I just like ripped it off and put it back on. So you can do that. And I'm going to go back to my sticker book here and grab a sticker. These are the number ones. Let me see if I find one on here. There's so many good ones. It's just sometimes I'm like, which ones do I want to use? Because I could save it for another project. I'm sure you guys can relate. Like, oh, I want to use that, but I might go somewhere else. So you can just say that. Like a field notebook. That's sweet. And basically, I did the same exact thing with the graph paper. So I got these. I know these are supposed to go in a planner or whatever, but that's not what I used it for. And I ended up cutting this down to 3 by 6. So I'm just so sorry because some people have to read it. It's going to be 3 inches. So it's 3. It ends up being 3 by 6. And this time I made it sideways and make a side pocket type thing. And I'm going to corner around all of them with the larger size right here. Even the edges. Hold on, I'm going to fix that part right there. Sometimes you can just go back to it and trim it and it comes out perfect. I love these punches. They're great. And guess what? I didn't do the round punch here. I just took my tab punch and trimmed it with that. See? So you don't even need the round punch there. And I'm going to go ahead and seal it. Only thing that's confusing is which way so make sure this is on the outside when you're rolling it. And you've got that. And let me ink this up a little bit. And you've got your little opening over here, which I should have done this before I glued it down. Because now I've got, actually I can lift it just a little bit because that glue is, like I said, it's forgiving. It will stick, but you can also lift it. And I'm going to darken that just a little bit. These are honestly my favorite kind of projects. Like the ones you just kind of, can do whatever and just, it's like Sunday, it's relaxing. And I'm doing the same thing with the tab, except I'm doing this on vellum. And I thought this came out really pretty. So I'm going to take this and make another tab. I folded my paper in half. Ooh, what's going on here? And I'm making that tab. And I'm going to ink my tab part too, because I think it comes out so lovely when you do it like this. I'm going to do the back too. And I'm going to glue this on here. I did that because I don't know why I did that side, because it's not necessarily being pulled out, but all right, so pen on the outside to roll. Now, with the clear vellum, you can see a little bit of the glue strip, just letting you know. And you'll see it when I'm doing this. You can see just a little smudge of it. But that's no big deal. And I loved adding a little sticker on that tab. I like these ones because it looks like writing here. Looks like you actually wrote something. And I'm going to put that on the edge here. And it's crooked. Hold on. I am not having a good time putting on things straight today. It's probably just from being at Sam's, or I don't know why we went to Sam's. We usually go to Costco, but I said, let's go to Sam's, and we went. Now I'm going to add a little stamp here. I added this, and that one's pretty. Maybe I should just switch it up. I'll use a different one. Hope I don't mess it up. Let me test it. Here we go. Okay, we're good. All right, and then I'm going to put a little sticker on the top. I do feel like the other one has more room. Oh, I put with love, that's why. I'm grabbing this. I didn't stamp the whole piece, just the part that says with love. So it looks like that. So I left handmade out. And I'm going to grab another sticker. And I want to do another one with writing. This one looks good. Because it looks like I wrote something that I actually didn't. And you can just stick something in the side and you'll see it's a little pocket. But aren't these just fun little pieces? I mean, all of this is with 6x6 paper. And the last one was this, and this is pretty easy and self-explanatory, but just because we're just having an easy breezy day, I'll do it again. Maybe I can use this one. Oh no, this is still too big. So I'm gonna take that 6x6 and do the same thing I did before and just cut it into two. Hold on, let me look at my paper. See what's lined up. So 2 again, and 4 inches, and 3 inches right here. And this time I'm just going to cut 2 boxes out because I'm going to just do the easy little mini pocket. But do you see all the things we've made with like just basically 2.5 sheets of 6x6 paper? So I'm going to take it and put it this way. You could do this way too, but I want the flowers to show. And again, I'm going to grab this and use it as a little thumb notch. And just ink that up. Definitely try to ink your thumb parts before you glue it. It'll just come out so much better for you. I'm going to glue the edges. And I'm kind of going over this so it doesn't, oh gosh, I was trying to avoid that. I didn't want to close my pocket too much in the glue bee there, but now it is. But that's what I did. And you see how I just didn't cut that well? That's okay. You can just like go over here and trim it. And it just comes out fine. And for this, I did use the little date stamp. Isn't this adorable? And I used the tea dye for this one because I wanted to keep it light. So this is kind of running out of room here. So I think I'm going to put this one on the top. And it just looks like that. And it's a little crooked, but the whole point is it isn't supposed to be perfect. And you could even do one of the little vellum tags on here too. That would be so cute if you just didn't do the pocket and put one of these little, like, you see how it would look? That would look nice too. So anyways, these are my fun little projects you can get out of 6x6 paper and stretch it, plus use your inexpensive Temu supplies. I feel like this is a great like budget type craft thing. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me and hope you guys have a great weekend. All right, guys.